Oh. Oh. Welcome to Meaningful Mornings. When Sri Lakshmana goes to Ravana, who's dying, and asks him how to be a solid leader. Shubhasya Shigram, whenever you have a positive intention, be quick to act on that. And then he follows up by saying, Ashubhasya Kalaharanam. Ashubhasya means when you're being egotistical or you have a negative intention. Kalaharanam means waste time. Postpone that, delay that. What an awesome message. Like, if you're thinking about snoozing, which means missing meaningful mornings, what should you do? Waste time, as in don't act on snoozing. And the fact that you're hearing me say this right now shows Ashubhasya Kalaharanam. The only time to waste time is when you're going to do that which is wrong. For anyone who thinks and reflects on life, they would come to understand and appreciate that the nature or dharma of life is infinity. Most objectively, what is infinite? Existence is infinite. Awareness is infinite. So is joy. And if we can't understand and appreciate that now, at least the pursuit of joy is infinite. For those who are thinking about this logically, you will find lots of doubts in your own personality. For me, as I think and reflect on life, how can life not be infinite? This is my faith. That's one framework for us to keep as we continue to flow through these important verses. Other than existence, awareness, joy, all else, Sri Krishna is describing as asat or mithya. Asat means unreal. Mithya means illusory. That which is illusory, we experience this, but it changes. The infinite, we experience, and this does not change. Existence, awareness, joy. That which is illusory, we're experiencing it, but it's changing. Like our bodies and our minds and our egos. The definition or the teaching of this being illusory, my body's illusory, that's difficult for us to personalize. So change the word to relative. The body is relative. The mind is relative. The ego is relative. Only give this relative importance. Same theme. We continue. Chapter 2, verse 17. Avinashi tu tad vidhi yena sarvamidam tatam vinasham avyayasyasya na kaschit kartum arhati. Shri Krishna shares in the first quarter, tu. constantly is sharing indeed, or listen carefully. In Hindi, the word tu is almost an aggressive word. Hey, tu! So Shri Krishna is doing the same to Prince Arjuna. Vidhi. Know what? Avinashi. You should know the spirit or Atman that I've been describing for the past verses is you. Not just you, but also me, as in Sri Krishna. Not just me, but all 4 million beings that are at Kurukshetra, Avinashi, they cannot die. Their bodies can, their bodies are. But in terms of the Atman, spirit, life, infinity, these cannot die. So don't be sad. Change and death, we're confused about this. We're afraid of this. We're sad for this. That which is relative, body, mind, ego, treat it relatively. Yena sarvam idam tatam, not just you, me, and these 4 million beings, all, sarvam idam, all this is pervaded, is of the same nature as the spirit, as Atman. When you all pretend to go on a freedom walk, don't I always remind you to smile at all of the humans and the animals and the plants and the stones? That same existence in you is the same existence in them. We divide existences. My existence, your existence, their existence. Human existence, animal existence. When we divide, naturally, there's going to be destruction then. Yes. My existence is more important. This is the reason why I asked all of you to reflect on your sense organs and your sense objects being the same. The sense organs are made up of the elements. My body is made up of earth and water and so on. So are the sense objects. If you ate cereal this morning, isn't that just earth? And that earth is supported by water. But we're emphatic that the sense organs and the sense objects are different when they're not. This is the same existence. We have this propensity to divide, which is why Sri Krishna is teaching yoga, which means to unite. Vinasham avyayasyasya, the spirit life is avyaya. That means cannot be muted, cannot be denied. Vinasham, this destruction of the indestructible is impossible. This cannot happen. Sharing this with all of you in an example. Ore, like a gold ore, when this is processed and then becomes an ornament, earrings, toe ring, nose ring, etc. That gold in this example is indestructible. Whether it's a toe ring or a nose ring, it's still gold, but the ornament, which is assigned a form and a name, only that can change and die. Do you all resonate with that? Scientifically, we would say energy cannot be created or destroyed. It only changes forms and names. When we think more deeply, we tune into that, which is indestructible, that which is independent. Personalizing this, the body, the mind, the ego, they keep changing forms and names. If you were in a meeting last night, suppose you wrote Mr. Shanmuga, or you wrote Shrimati Chakravarti. But now you're joining Meaningful Mornings, your name has changed. Yesterday you were wearing a tie and you had your hair combed. Not this morning, correct? See, it all just keeps changing. But there's an aspect of you, I'm using so many synonyms like Atman and life, that does not change. Nakaschit kartum arhati, that's the last quarter. Nothing can cause destruction, can cause the death of that which is independent. So I'm going to share one more example, a personal example that I have gone through. Some years ago, I was teaching a group of kids in Washington, D.C. over the summer. And it was right after lunch. And I was teaching, I think, 7 and 8-year-olds. Now imagine, it's July, they just had lunch. A group of 30 or 40 7 and 8-year-olds. It's frightening, no? Let's just go to application. And I went in with this losing attitude that I'm going to lose this hour and lose my mind. And I was looking around at this public school. I was in a classroom. And what did I find? Shri Krishna gave me 2 boxes of Legos. So I took those Legos and I put 2 handfuls in front of all of the students. And I shared, make whatever you want now. And they went from highly agitated to highly meditative. There was complete quietude. And then I asked all of them, share what you made. We made spaceships and we made houses and this and that. And then I asked them to take that apart brick by brick. And they went from meditative to aggressive. And it was all scattered in front of them. And I asked them, what did you have in the beginning? Legos. What did you have in the end? Legos. What did you have in the middle? What did they have in the middle? Just Legos. They projected the spaceship and the house, but fundamentally, what did they have in the middle also? Legos. And we all know Legos are indestructible. Legos can break other toys, but other toys cannot break Legos. Have you ever seen a broken Lego? They must have studied these verses when they made Legos. So how to practice this? Less labels. Shri Krishna is trying to encourage Prince Arjuna to label less. You, me, them. When you have less labels, you have less likes then. Likes here means a dependency on, I need this to be happy. When you have less likes, you have less limits. Limits like, I'm confused or I'm afraid. Less labels, less likes, less limits. From inspiration to application. There were many lovely reflections that you've shared on our Niagara website. I think I was speaking too loud, so Google Home is going off right now. I'll share my reflections on your reflections on Monday for the sake of respecting your time, but many lovely reflections. Your most recent was to feel the sense organs and the sense objects are the same. And when you do, you depend on the sense objects less. You already have them. You already are them. Here's your application for this morning. I want you to engage in less name calling. We tell our kids that, right? Less name calling. If you look into the definition of name calling, this is also known as verbal abuse. Less name calling, less verbal abuse. And you understand why I'm asking you to do this. Labels, names, forms. Shanti, shanti, shantihi. Be safe, be sound, be serene, be happiness.